Hello everybody, welcome to the weather forecast for video for Southern New England for Thursday, June 13th, 2019. I'm Storm Trader Justin. A cold, wet day here in Southern New England for Thursday. Temperatures barely reaching 63. Our average here in Southern New England is between 75 and 82. So we are well below average. Some places not making it out of the 50s. I know here where I am in Connecticut, most of Connecticut is just going to stay in the 50s. The shoreline's going to be the warm spot, and they're going to get to maybe 63. But some of the higher elevations will struggle to get to mid-50s, especially up Berkshire County. They could struggle to hit like 57 or so. They might stay between 54 and 55. So a very chilly day across the region today, and we will warm up, don't worry. So here's just a basic overview of what I've made today. You can see the light green, light to moderate rain, wind gusts up to around 30 miles per hour, and rainfall still to come around an additional half inch to 3/4 of an inch there in the light green. For this darker green strip, moderate to heavy rain at times, winds that could gust up to 45 miles per hour, and additional rainfall of 1 to 2 inches is expected. Down in the red area, that is the area of concern. 2 to 3 additional inches of rain, especially on Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket. They could get clobbered with rain. Heavy rain and thunderstorms there, wind gusts that could gust as high as 55 miles per hour. In this area in the red has enough lift and some instability, not a jaw-dropping amount of instability, but since we do have a ton of cold air, any storms that do form could have the potential to produce some small hail, especially on the Cape and Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket. Those are the areas of main concern for some small hail and damaging winds. Here's a look around the country. You can see red flag warnings in Oregon and Washington, as well down into Arizona. Still excessive heat warning in California, Nevada, and into Arizona. And then you have some lakeshore flood watches or flood advisories for the Great Lakes. For us here in Southern New England, a gale warning for the waters for Cape up towards Boston and down towards Nantucket, Martha's Vineyard, a small craft advisory right along the coastline for Boston, down towards Newport, New London, and Portsmouth. This is the the HRRR model for additional rainfall. You can see Hartford about 1/10 of an inch, up in Berkshire County and up in all this area in gray, less than 1/10 of an inch. But you go out towards the Cape, the HRRR showing an additional 1 to maybe as much as 2.5 inches of rain additional along the coast. Up towards Boston, you get about another additional half inch according to this model. This is the NAM model, and you can see it still shows 1/10 of an inch for Hartford and 1/2 inch for Boston. It does show several more areas that were in the gray for the HRRR that show about 3/10 to maybe 1/2 inch. But what I want to bring your attention to, and is what you probably saw right away, is look at that area on Martha's Vineyard, possibly up to 3 to 4 inches if the NAM is right. This is additional, and there's been a lot of rain that's fallen here today, and the NAM model showed an additional 3 to 4 inches of rain in this gray area. For Nantucket, it shows less, and it shows barely an inch on the eastern part of Nantucket and closer to the western side, possibly up to 1.5 to 2 inches. But Martha's Vineyard, I'm very concerned about, and especially there, and a little bit on the Cape too, where you could see near 3 inches, if this model is right. And this could bump back to the north. Could go back to the west. It could be completely offshore and could be completely missed. This is just a general overview. Here's a look around the country today. You can see severe storms possible in Texas, New Mexico, and a little portion of Oklahoma. Those severe storms are possible. For us here in New England, Southern New England, rain and thunderstorms. as a low pressure over Michigan diverts into Canada. Another low pressure developing over Maryland near DC. A warm front that is gonna try to push its way towards us, and a cold front that's finally not stalled out anymore in Florida. And then another cold front, reinforcing cold front, if you'd say, that stretches from Ohio down to the Gulf Coast, and a stalled out from New Mexico all the way into Texas. So a lot of thunderstorms are expected. The only area of severe weather is that yellow area. Here's the flash flood threat today. You can see we have a marginal threat in Texas, Oklahoma, and New Mexico. For us here in southern New England, we just have a marginal threat on the coastline of Maine as well as the Cape, where you could see 3 inches or more possible in the heaviest downpours. Severe weather threat, slight risk over Texas, New Mexico, and a little bit of Oklahoma. Marginal threat out towards Nevada, stretching up into Wyoming. Another marginal threat down towards Florida, and a marginal threat for Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Maryland, Delaware. And this is old version. The new version does include a little bit of New Jersey now. But for us here in southern New England, just some general thunder. No severe weather is expected. There could be one or two isolated cells that could be on the stronger side. It's June, so we check the tropics. No tropical activity is expected in the next 48 hours. So good news there. But yeah, here's the 5-day forecast. You can see Friday and Saturday, awesome looking. With temperatures in the 70s, near 80 on Saturday, with a good deal of sunshine. And don't key in on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. I'm watching this very closely, this period, and even beyond that, where we could have several rounds of thunderstorms. So I do have the thunderstorm icon in here with the sunshine, so it's not going to be an all-day thing. But I do think the best chance of some storms is on Monday. Sunday and Tuesday, they're going to be widely scattered as of now. If we get them at all, I'll be fine-tuning the data as we get closer to the event. So I'm watching Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday and beyond. But those temperatures, yesterday some models were indicating we could get to 90 or above on Monday. That's come down now, so I'm sticking with 81 for now. I'm going to put it warmer, I may put it a little colder. But for Tuesday again, Sunday, I think, we'll go back to Sunday real quick. I think Sunday will be the cooler day of the weekend, especially especially towards the waters. But I think a good portion of the region on Saturday could hit 80. Sunday, 75 general view. Monday, 80. Some places could get to 85 or so, 84, 85, especially away from the water. Tuesday, most places should hit 80 again. This is just general view again. And yeah, the threat of thunderstorms. So you can see I do have the sunshine icon in for all days. I think Sunday and Tuesday will be a bit on the grayer side, but if you have any plans, any graduation parties tonight, they might, or graduations tonight, they will be held indoors most likely. But if you have graduation parties on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, don't change plans yet. But if you do have graduation parties for Friday and Saturday, feel free to go ahead. And beach weather next week, as of now, doesn't look the best. But we will be fine-tuning the data as we get closer to the events. So thank you guys for watching the weather forecast video for Thursday, June 13th. I'm Storm Piercer Justin, and stay safe out there.